Peace and greetings. Shay here. So I believe that this is, I think today's date, 16 that my mother has passed away. I believe. Anyway, you can do the math. She passed away on 11/11. And whoa. Talk about a mind screw. So I really wanted to, because I haven't recorded in a while, but I really wanted to chronicle this experience. I don't know, because I'm kind of weird like that. I like to do science experiments on myself. I really do. And what I do, I like to do things and then go back later and watch it and observe how I was conducting myself and how I was acting and all of that good stuff. And you know, sometimes I do these recordings and I don't even post the video because I'm like, oh, this is just too wade in the water, wade in the water, children. You know, like deep, you know, depression. Like I did a video today when I went and bought some coffee. And the whole point of my video was do what you want to do. I had bought this little ass coffee. It was called a Cortana or Cortada. It was from Starbucks. It was small and it was like over $5. And so the whole point of the video was, you know, life is short and just do what you want to do. But I didn't post it because it was really kind of depressing. And, you know, I had just woken up and, you know, I was like, no, because I really want to send a high vibration out to the planet because I know that I'm sitting here to send a high vibration to the planet. Like, that's really why I'm here. Even though I'm going through all of these like worldly experiences, my mother passing away and just so many questions, so many like, okay, I have to step into a position that I wasn't prepared. Well, I feel like I wasn't prepared for, but you know, even in that spirit, it's like, oh yes, you were prepared for it. Not how you thought, but you were prepared. So I've been going through a training process, a rites of passage, I will say, on this spiritual journey for years and years and years. But it didn't, you know, stuff don't be coming through how you think it's going to come through. You think that, like, when your parents, perfect scenario, your parents are, you know, like they pass away, but they have left you with a will, they've left you with instructions, they've left you with, you know, all of this stuff. And there's some areas that are a little skewed and a little blank, and I have to figure it out, you know, or me and my sister put our heads together and we think about it, and you know, we come to reflections and revelations and things like that, you know, but it's like a scavenger hunt. But that's how life is sometimes, and I do know that. I know that life isn't just it's never just straight and narrow. It's like twists and turns, ups and downs, black and white, all of the light and dark and all that is. It got to take you through the roller coaster to get to a freaking point. And I was like, yo, you had to do all of that to get to the point. And so, you know, tonight basically, so if this is, I believe this is night 15. If my mom passed on 11/11, I think this is the 15th, and we're moving towards her funeral we're going to do a viewing on Friday, and then we're going to do her funeral on Saturday. And I keep saying I'm not ready. I'm not ready to see her, because even when I was talking about seeing her, I could feel myself like in the pits of my soul. It's this wailing that's there. You know, I never know when it's gonna come out. I never know. With this passing of your mom, and I swear to God, if you've never gone through it, you don't never know until you know. You don't ever know until you know. It's true. It's like, it's a roller coaster of emotions. 1 minute I'm cool. I might even be laughing and talking and, you know, mingled, intertwined with something, and then it creeps back in. I could go to the bathroom and it creeps in. I could be washing dishes and it creeps in. And what I mean, it is this, I can't even fully, I don't know, it's something in here. it's a pain, it's a sadness, it's a oh my God, that and then I have to deal with that, and then I have to come back out into the regular world and deal with all this stuff, and I have to be a mom. And I'm sitting there like, I gotta wash dishes, and I got like the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I'm thinking about my current, present, future, and I'm also having all of these, spiritual downloads about what's actually occurring and how, on a larger scale, on a spiritual scale, understanding about what is happening. So it's like having to digest all of that, and then in the midst of all that, I have people checking on me. Hey, how you doing? Is everything okay? And how are you? I'm fucked up. I want to say that, but I can't because everybody's a Christian, and I don't want to offend people, But this whole situation has really made me think about that a lot of stuff isn't important. A lot of stuff isn't important, and the things that are important, we don't focus on the things that are important, which is the ones that are closest to us. We're focused on doing something else, for whatever the reason is that's driving us. And even if it is to help to make things better, we're still missing that human connection. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just the way that the world is set up because of this whole matrix thing, But seeing my mom laying on a table with lifeless body, I saw her body, and I found her not breathing. When I allow myself to think about that, I realize that a lot of stuff is not important. And I realize that it's important that we do our purpose while we're here. But while we're doing our spiritual purpose, we have a calling. If you have a calling on your life, do it. That's all I can tell you to do, is to do it. But first of all, what time is it? I honestly think it's like almost probably 2 a.m. and I'm outside in the backyard because it's like 70 degrees outside. I wanted to clean up the backyard. But yeah, if you have a purpose, do your purpose. If you have something that the universe, God, Most High has put on your heart to do, do it. We really are supposed to do things boldly, but for me, I'm kind of hard-headed. And because I'm hard-headed, I have to be pushed to do things. So I have to have things to happen, like my mom passing away, to really push me to speak my full truth and to not care anymore. When you have a certain amount of losses, you literally do not care anymore about a lot. It doesn't matter. And I love how when tragedy hits, people's true colors are shown. Ashe to that. Ashe to that. Yeah, I want to know who you are, because everybody that come around talking about, oh, I love you, and you're this and you're that. They don't mean that. They don't mean that. Be careful. Everybody just says flowery words to you. That could be the devil in disguise, baby. The demon. And gratefully, when you go on this journey, and the longer you stay in it, the more and more you'll be able to realize who's of the I call it contrary energy, and who is of the spirit, who is here to lift the vibration of the planet, and who is, I see you. I see you, baby. I see you over there. You think you're going to come over here and wreak havoc in my life? Absolutely not, my departed friend. I love it. I am so thankful for spiritual vision. I had I don't know if you saw that, a raindrop fell in right here. for my mama. Dear mama. Oh, real quick, and then I'm gonna let this video go, and I don't know if I'm even gonna post it. When your parents, if they're baby boomers, you do have to give them grace because they went through a different type of trauma than we had. Like our generation from the 70s and 80s on up, like we were super sheltered and we really had a lot of technology and fun and outlets and things. But the baby boomers, they were literally coming out of segregation. You know, the KKK. Like my mom, she said the KKK, she could see them in the field near her house doing their little rituals around the fire outside. So yeah, the baby boomers went through a whole lot, and we really want more love and nurturance from them, but they couldn't. They don't have that for us because they were traumatized. Okay? And I do realize now that my mother was traumatized and she could not give me what I so desired. And so I release her, and I love her for what she gave to me. And the message that my mother gave to me, and I'm going to give it to you, she said, stand up strong. Don't let them see you sweat. Make sure you have your own. And she did say, you know, though you can't depend on a man. She did say that, and I gotta be honest. She said, you can't depend on a man, and make sure that you have your own. You have your own checking account. You don't share a checking account with them. I understand. But I also have had the opportunity to understand that all men are not trying to steal, kill, and destroy. There's some men that want to love, build, and heal. Oh, yes. And shade to that. You know who you are. Mwah. So I thank my mother for her messages of wisdom and strength, and I honor her on day 15, it might be day 16, I don't know, I'm losing track of the days. My new life, my new world without my mom, and I gotta carry the torch. And I'm gonna chronicle this because I just want to see my experience and how I'm growing as a person. You know, if you want to ride with me. If you don't want to ride, bye. Peace.